Big box. I just got a new air fryer from Cosori and I want to share this with you right now. If you are new here, I am Lindsay. I like to do what I eat in a day content. I like to share recipe videos. I like to talk about my quest for health and wellness on a regular basis. And I do that in a low carb, keto friendly way. Also, if slicing open boxes in a less than safe manner concerns you, rest assured I was doing my best to be very careful. This is what Cosori sent me, the Pro 2 5.8 quart air fryer. I'm jazzed about this. The air fryer is one of my 3 top appliances in my kitchen. That's like a small appliance. So I'm excited. I'm gonna flip this over so I don't have to like wrestle the box so much. Anyway, so that kind of content is what I do here. If any of that is stuff that you're interested in, I would love for you to poke around my channel and consider subscribing and seeing what all I have to share with you. If you are returning, thank you so much for being here. And I'm jazzed to play with this new air fryer. 1, 2, 3. Fear not, we'll pick the box up in 12 seconds. Oh, I still need scissors. Don't be ridiculous. Okie dokie. So here is the Cosori Pro 2. And this one is basically like my current air fryer, but I think it might have a few extra features. They have a lot of customizable options. They have a lot of presets. This particular brand of air fryer is the only kind of air fryer we have owned. I have shown you my original one now, like in a bazillion videos, but this one is just so sleek. Packaged super nicely. An air fryer is one of those devices that seems kind of ridiculous if you have an oven or a microwave, but ultimately the air fryer is the one of 2 appliances that I actually keep on my counter 100% of the time. A long time ago, I bought an Instant Pot 8 quart Duo Instant Pot pressure cooker. And one of the first things I did in that video was what I recommend most people do, and that is to go ahead and read your instruction manual, your quick start guide, all of those things. Follow the manufacturer's instructions so that you can start from the point they expect you to start from. And if you have any issues, generally they will pop up during like the quick start guide suggestions or, you know, processes to get going with whatever appliance you're using. I have had the Cosori for a long time, so I'm extremely familiar. They have a user manual. They have a little card that helps you to understand how they can support you if you do have questions or issues. They have a little pamphlet of tips, which is exciting. They give you all the presets so that you can see, you know, quickly what is appropriate for the food you are cooking. It's the quick reference guide. I love that. We cook everything in this machine. We cook chicken and vegetables. We do the girls' French fries if we want to, you know, give them French fries. We make toast in it all the time. It is a fantastic toaster. It has replaced the stand slotted toaster that we had so many years ago. And it's just an all-around useful tool to have in the kitchen. And then they have an entire booklet of recipes. I think it said they had like 100 recipes in here, loads of options, but this recipe doesn't have any specific dietary restrictions or any kind of guidelines as far as that's concerned. They're just giving you a lot of tasty looking recipes. I love the fact that they give you like pictures all throughout. It's not like, you know, sort of guess what the thing is supposed to look like. I definitely appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wash my inner basket before plugging her in and getting started. Here is the Cosori air fryer that we have had for ages and ages. It's got a nice small footprint. The newer version, the updated Pro 2, it has a slightly larger footprint. It's a little bit boxier through here. We have still the same looking at touch screen there and here. This sounds a little bit quieter, which I really appreciate. The number one difference I see here is they have a shake button rather than a bacon button. They also have, let's see, I'm still looking for differences. Oh, the bacon button got moved over here. Over here it has the carrot button is in a different position than it is over here. It looks like they removed this broccoli button and switched it with the carrot and then inserted the bacon there. They also officially say toast here, which is a primary reason why we use the air fryer on the daily basis. And then it also has this button here that says bake, if I can get it to focus. So we have toast and bake. Over here you see just a loaf of bread and a slice of cake. I want to see what that one looks like. Bake. It says 300 degrees for 35 minutes. The cake button shows 300 degrees for 30 minutes. So they're presets. You can go in and select them if you have something frozen. It also tells you that it's going to give you the shake warning at some point. You can turn that off if you don't want it on, but that little, it's like an auditory cue for you to go in and shake it around about halfway through. You can go through and change your temperature if you need to. You can also change your time. So you hit the temp time button in order to adjust your time up or down. You kind of can play around with a lot of these. You can adjust your time and your temperature, like I said. It's very customizable. Having the presets gives you a good place to start with most things. Using the chicken function, it's a really great way to just like plug in your chicken and let it go without worrying about it overcooking and drying out entirely. I just found this little feature that's not on my original air fryer, and that is this little bitty rubberized foot on the bottom of the actual basket. That's pretty nice. That means that the metal is not gonna, rest on your counter if it's still a little bit warm, or rest directly on the trivet or what have you, or it's not gonna scuff up any of your countertops or anything like that. So that's kind of a nice little feature that I wouldn't have noticed on first glance. Now that we have taken an overview of the Cosori Pro 2 air fryer, I want to cook some food in it and see how it performs. I have a rutabaga here that I'm going to cut into some fries as a low carb fry alternative. I'm going to go ahead and slice these up into about 1/2 inch sticks of rutabaga. And then one tip is to always soak your rutabaga or your potatoes or whatever it is that you have as a root vegetable in some salt water or a brine to help pull out some of the extra moisture. And I left those for about an hour or two to draw as much moisture out as possible. I'm gonna drip dry my rutabaga fries and then towel them off so that I can season them up. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is preheat my air fryer. And while that is preheating, I'm going to season up my rutabaga fries. I'm going to use some avocado oil, toss my fries around in that to help my seasonings stick. I'm using the Redmond organic seasoning salt and some extra paprika just to help it have a lovely color. Shake them around so they're evenly coated, and we're ready for the next step. The air fryer just finished the preheat function, so I'm going to take my seasoned rutabaga and try to get it all in there and shake around a little bit, see if I can get a single layer going. Rutabaga fries are in the basket and kind of in a single layer. I'm gonna shake these every so often and try to make sure that nobody gets stuck to anybody in there. And power button, I think I'm gonna try the fry setting, even though they're not like frozen potato fries, just because it does have a fairly high temperature for a lengthy time, and I'm making them into fries. So I'm gonna use the fry function, and I'm gonna hit play to start, and at a certain point, it will tell me to shake the rutabaga. All right, it does give me the shake tone plus the shake little action there with the lights. I don't know why my camera is struggling to focus here. So as you can see, we've got a little bit of action. Very cool. Kind of get those guys sort of leveled out a little bit. Given the fact that my rutabaga was so brown on the first shake beepy thing, I want to check on it now. Ooh, that is singing. Okay, those actually look pretty awesome. They got nice and brown on some of those little guys. I think I'm gonna pull these out. I think so. To go along with our rutabaga fries, I'm going to cook some chicken breasts in the air fryer, and I'm going to season them the exact same way I did the rutabaga fries. So a little bit of avocado oil, and then some of the Redmond's organic seasoning salt and paprika on each side of the chicken. I have my rutabaga fries hanging out over there. I'm gonna go ahead and cook some chicken. I seasoned it lightly with some Redmond seasoned salt and some paprika. I like extra paprika, so we do that. I also do not need to preheat my air fryer since it just finished up with those rutabaga. It's gonna be plenty warm. And the last little fella. There we go. Okay, 3 guys right there. And I'm gonna have to clean that up. Power on. I'm gonna choose the chicken setting that puts it at 380 for 23 minutes. And we shall start that up and let that go. One of the nicest things about the air fryer is that it is super friendly to beginner cooks. It's great for seasoned cooks who have limited time, or when you're just like trying to do multiple parts of one dinner and may not have your oven accessible to you. I think that the Cosori Air Fryer Pro 2 with that 5.8 quart basket is so versatile. It's perfect for the college student going back to their dorm or their apartment. It's great for a couple who don't really cook large batched meals. And it's also great for busy families like me, where we're doing multiple pieces of our meal and I want things to be done quickly, so I can pop one of my elements of my meal in the air fryer. I can cook something else on the stove. I can be making a salad at the same time. It's a really useful, versatile, small appliance that could make the greatest Christmas gift for someone in your life. So I'm gonna link my Amazon link down in the description box below to this particular unit, so you can go read some other reviews and decide if it might be the right thing for someone in your life. We have about 6 minutes left on the timer, and I'm going to go ahead and take a temperature reading on the chicken. It was fairly thick. We're looking at about 137 there at a thick point. Kind of check the thickest spot you can. Just a couple more minutes and I think that will be done. One of the neat features about this newer version is it actually counts down the seconds, which is something that the original one I have does not do. So that's kind of cool. All right, finished. Let's give it another temperature reading. You want your chicken to be at 165. So this back piece needs a tiny bit more time. This front piece needs a tiny bit more time, but this middle piece, that guy is done. I'm gonna pull him out so he can rest while the other 2 carry on for probably about another 5 minutes. One thing you can also do is rotate the food about halfway through. We are going to go back to chicken, but we're gonna go ahead and select the time, and I'm gonna pull that down to, I'm gonna start with 4 minutes. I'm going to pull out the chicken and get it served up on a plate. I'm keeping things really simple tonight with just those rutabaga fries, the chicken, and some cold, fresh veggies. That meal is a very easy go-to. It's easy to switch around your flavor profiles, all of that stuff, and it's so easy to do in the Cosori air fryer. There's minimal mess, simple cleanup. You can throw the basket into the dishwasher if you want to. I like to hand wash it, but you know, it is dishwasher safe, so that is always handy. And it's just a useful tool in my kitchen. That's all I have for you. I hope to see you in my next video.